Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for?
Folks, what's good? Welcome back to a brand new week. It's a brand new Wednesday, so you know what that means. Brand new episode of PD&J. What's good today? I'm your host, Jay.
And I'm your host, Pocket. What is up, folks?
What a week.
You could say that. Or...
How was your week?
Oh, it's beautiful. My wife and I celebrated our anniversaries.
Happy anniversary to you.
Then again, our kids came back. So they're back in town. Getting ready for school. Getting ready for school. Got an 8th grader and a 4th grader. Y'all getting old. I don't get old.
Yeah. It's been a busy week for me, myself. We've got a lot of things brewing up. I might as well just go ahead and drop this and get this out the way now. New single, What's the Move, is coming out featuring D&J. It's coming out August 19th. Make sure everybody goes out, downloads it, streams it, and just everybody get on one with that track. We're going to make it live. Again, that's August 19th. What's the Move featuring D&J.
So tell me, what is the move today?
Well, let's talk about what isn't moving right now.
Well,
I don't know if you guys heard about it or not, but Bishop, I believe his name is Lamar Whitehead, and I think I said that correctly. Lamar Whitehead, out in New York, got robbed at gunpoint during a service. Now, here's the thing. Not only did he get robbed, but they robbed the church and robbed his wife. Apparently, they were holding like $400,000. I've heard different stories between $400,000 to $1 million worth of jewelry that they were holding and wearing, and different things of that nature. I think his wedding ring was gone, his bishop ring was gone,
Bishop's Cross,
and various other things that was lost. Pocket, coming from a church background the way that you come from.
being a PK?
Yeah, being a PK.
So I forgot where we're leading with the story. I don't know how I forgot. All right, so here's what it is, folks. Coming from a PK, I've seen churches get robbed and they left the bishop's ring and his cross alone. So be it as it may, be that as it may. What kind of dirt are you doing in the church?
Well, as they say, he works hard for his money, so he can be able to buy whatever he wants to buy with his money.
Okay. Sure.
I'm sorry, folks. I can't even hold a straight face because you know that's just bull.
Come on now, that ain't even bullshit. That's horseshit.
All right, so y'all really want to, y'all just wait for me to go in. I know y'all antsy, wait for me to go in. Something right in that church. First off, what he needed, I'm gonna go old school on you. What he needed is that old school deacons with to keep the pistol on the hip. He ain't got him. Why are you flaunting? This is what people have said. $350,000 Rolls Royce. No problem with that. The cross. You're supposed to have a bishop's cross. The bishop is supposed to be shown a conduit of God. So you don't want them looking in raggedy stuff, all right? I'll say that. But wearing Louis Vuitton suits, Gucci shoes, Gucci suits, and if your congregation is struggling, you're wearing that right now during the pandemic.
Oh, not to mention the homophobic remarks that he's done made in regards to different cultures and people.
So you wonder why you were targeted. Now, the video is actually on YouTube. It's on many places if you want to see exactly how it went down.
Follow us on our social medias on Instagram, on Facebook. That's PD&J. Media Productions. We have it on our social media.
Now, this is two sides to every story. Well, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. It's three sides.
He says she's saying the truth, but whatever.
And I'm not even going to say that. I'm going to take it biblical. It's his side, the congregation side, and God's side. God knows what's going on. He just knocks you down a few notches. Quite a few notches, actually. Because if you go back and watch the video, what gets me, everybody's talking about, when you watch it, I'm going to give you all a tidbit. They're talking about this guy in the background. They're sitting, I guess it's one of his deacons, just sitting there in his chair, got his Bible in hand. They said, don't move, homeboy. I don't even think he was breathing. he didn't move. He didn't break a sweat. It's almost like he was part of the setup.
Well, and I'm just about to break into that because I think it was a setup.
I'm quite sure.
I think it was an inside job.
Because he streams. So I'm quite sure him streaming and him saying the things that he said about, people in general. Oh, yeah. Your come up just came down. You got knocked down a few notches. Surprised it didn't take your car keys. But then that might have been a dead giveaway. So, yeah. I'm trying to be positive about it, I guess.
There's nothing to be positive.
Yes, it is.
about.
Everybody's alive.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people say Bishop got what he deserved.
I believe that's what I was just trying to say. Well, how I said it was spiritually, God allowed that to happen. Because he wasn't doing things right.
Truly, we going in already? You probably thought it was part of the sermon, huh?
And right after that, it took offering. I'm sorry. See, man, you had to start me. True, come on, you can't do that. You can't do that.
That was actually a good one. No, I got to give you props. That was a good one.
After they left the church, it's offering time in the temple. Bishop needs a new ring.
As y'all can see, Bishop done lost all his earnings. We need y'all to put a little extra on the tithe today.
You know what, Trulu?
Huh. Now, if that's facts, what?
But here's the thing: he may only have 25 members,
But they're giving.
But I wouldn't even say they're giving.
They
Here's the thing with that though, because he may have 25 members because he's a bishop. He may have other churches. I will say that coming from a PK. Well, PK means preacher's kid. If y'all didn't know the terminology. So saying that he may have other churches, so that may just be one of his main church congregations, or he may have others branched out.
I doubt it.
We don't know. Because the seal I saw in his church on the wall, I will say this, I've seen that same seal somewhere else. So he's a member of some sort of worldwide connection. I can say that.
Yeah. So, in regards to, now, they also said that Eddie Long should have gotten the same type of treatment.
I'm trying to understand why. I really am.
I mean, yeah.
I know what you're saying, but I'm trying to understand why they would say to a man who's dead, who dedicated his life to Christ and was put under heavy fire by somebody who was paid a lot.
That's what they're saying. Mega churches, I guess they don't believe in mega churches.
I can understand that because mega churches makes you seem like the pastor's out of touch with the people. I totally get that.
Okay.
I totally get that.
Okay. Well, and that's a fair point. That's a completely fair point. I mean, how many bishops do we know that
are in touch with the people?
Yeah.
At a mega church?
At a mega church.
I can't speak on it, and I'm not going to because I don't know. I really don't. We don't. It's not a lot. We can guarantee that. It's not a lot that have touch with the people. And they may stay in touch with their faithful few that were there when they started. They will do that. We know that. Well, I know that. I've seen it with my own eyes. So, but yeah, and you're right, man. How are you balling off of 25 people? I don't know.
He's doing something. He got to be doing something on the side. 25 people, but like Pocket said, he might be a part of some kind of church coalition, and they are doing this somehow, some way. I don't know.
Because listening to how he talks, he sounds like he's from African descent or he's from the islands. So I'm quite sure there's some backing in there and something like that. And then, as you know, if you didn't, I'm going to put you on. You come here as a foreign national into the United States, you get more rights than a black man that's born here. You're given tax-free deductions for, I think, 10 years or something ridiculous when you become a citizen.
Yeah.
You open a business, it's a whole lot into that. But I ain't talking about it. I ain't touching it. Because they already touched me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. All right, so this is another thing that I want to talk on. You hear what happened in North Carolina? So those that don't know, North Carolina, a town in North Carolina, they elected a new town manager. Now, how reports that I've been reading are making it sound. Now, keep in mind, the new town manager is of my color. Okay.
In case you tell, he's green.
The whole police department in that city put in their 2-week notice to quit and resign.
The whole police department. Now, so I'm going to mention it. One main news outlet, very operative CNN, tried to make it seem as though they had already were trying to plan. Remember, they were planning to leave before she got there. And that's what you forgot to say. It was a female too.
Female, yeah,
black female. A green female. Excuse me, not black. She's green.
Or more, but anywho, we won't touch that.
But because she was doing what she was asked to do, cleaning up the police department. So they felt like she was being too rough on them. In North Carolina.
A black woman telling old white people what to do.
A green woman telling purple people what to do.
You could sugarcoat it all you want.
I sugarcoat. There's a reason why I'm doing that.
Okay. And what is that reason? I'm kind of intrigued.
Because we're so enhanced on calling people white and black. I don't see people that way.
Well, you got a point, because a person of a fair color is the only one that I know of that actually turns colors into like green, pink, purple, blue
red.
when you hit them.
Red.
Now let me stop.
Orange. Oh, he went there.
Anywho, so lady gets elected into a power position, okay? Tries to do, and not even trying, doing her job immaculately. And the whole police department wants to resign. I give you the very much kudos. Keep doing it.
What I'm going to say is she was brought there for a job and she's doing it well.
Doing it mighty well.
Because now you're weeding out the good old boys. You know what that reminds me of? A few months ago, we were talking about North Carolina, remember?
Yes, we were.
And it refers to, I believe, what's the phrase? Oh, yeah, sundown towns. And most of them were in
North Carolina.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, there's a total of 12 as of today.
And I believe some of them were located in her area. Go figure. So they ain't answering to a black man, they answer to a black woman. Well, I guess they ain't answering to nobody right now. So they answer to their wives. Wives and girlfriends that they beat up all the time. Oh, wait, I went that stereotype, didn't I? God. Well, I'm just going to say it. Yeah, they do.
Now, that poses a question in regards to, okay, now what?
It's not a now what. It's like, okay, now we can get to work. That's what it is. It's not
Let's
about what.
see if she can actually.
It's not about what she can do, because now you can get the right people in the positions that need to be there. That's what this is about.
But is that her job to do? To put the people in positions. Is that really her job?
Her job was to clean up, and like Trulu said right here, progressively responsible. She's going to clean up by putting people in place that are following exactly the protocol that needs to be followed. Police, black police specifically, brown police specifically, Native American police specifically, are tired of this narrative that all police are bad. A friend of ours, and I don't know if he's watching today, he might be, Darian, made a post. Was it this week? No, it was last week.
No,
it was last week. That said, I don't care what you say, all police are bad. Because you won't stop each other if you're doing something wrong.
That's a very valid point, though.
I don't agree.
He makes a valid
point, but how valid is it if you know of things that are differently? And why I say that, because I will speak to my barber. Her husband is a police officer who does not stand for that mess. He calls them out when they do it and goes back and reports it.
That's one of few.
That's one that we know of. You can't say one of few. Nobody knows what really goes on behind the closed door. We only know what the news tells us. We've seen many videos lately of cops holding other cops accountable. So you can't sit there and say the few. I'm seeing it quite a bit. It's just that now people are now actually recording that because they're like, wait a minute. I think we've kind of beat them over the head a bit too much. Let's really show what these police are really doing in these communities. You're having police officers actually taking the time out of their day while they're supposed to be patrolling, servicing with kids, doing things with kids. You have, remember a couple weeks ago, the officer off duty going home, sees a lady screaming and hollering, stops, helps save the life of her two children that jumped into a pool and were drowning and helped save their life. I'm never going to mention, well, maybe I will mention. Guess what color it was? Green.
Well, folks, we're just getting started. Everything's just now heating up, but we'll take one quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Who's ready for some fun? Who enjoys a podcast where the host speaks about what's on their minds and doesn't hold back? PD&J, What's Good Today, is an open format podcast hosted by Pocket and J-Dub the King. Let's talk about sports. Let's talk about music. Let's just have an interesting conversation. If you have any topics for us to discuss, email pdnjmediaproductionsllc@gmail.com. Tune in to PD&J What's Good Today every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube Live at J-Dub the King.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. You already know what it is. You're watching PD&J What's Good Today. I'm your host, Jay.
I'm your host, Pocket. As we were just talking about good old North Kakalaka.
In regards to them getting a new town manager and the whole police department quits. The irony in that. I just find it ironic.
Now, Truly just put something up that makes a lot of sense. And there's obviously online and with our Facebook, Mallory, or Gwen, excuse me. I'm gonna come to you as well because I like what you said. If you didn't see it, said poll stats, how many are being held accountable for misconduct? So you know what's funny? The true stats, we'll never know.
That is facts.
We'll never know. Because you can change the narrative with numbers that they post. Think about that, because if everything was posted publicly, how is it that an officer can go from one county to another county and their record not followed?
Well, not only that, as far as being held accountable, not to change topic, but salute to George Floyd and his family. We see that there were two more federal sentences that came out. I think it was either yesterday or today. I think one cop is getting 3 years, another one is getting 2 on top of the time that they're currently already going to serve. So cops are being held accountable. Unfortunately, is it going to change overnight? Absolutely not. Are there going to
wait? North Carolina changed it overnight. So you can't tell me you can't change it overnight. North Carolina is making that change. I'm going to make a change.
Go get your help.
Now, see, True, you always got to put a negative spin on it, man. Come on now. They had enough to get a military squad out there. But let me tell you now what I wanted to come do. I did say I want to get to Gwen's. So those of you that can't see it, she put not just black or brown because some of them are sketchy. Just good officers that hold their oath hold any cop accountable. She's right. But I pointed out towards the black and brown that I was just trying to prove that point, that it's not just who we think, because there are some that are sketchy. You're right about that. There's been some reports, and I've seen them myself, about some of them black cops that are doing worse to their own kind.
Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. And they're quick to do it.
If you really want to see a good corruption story, we own this city. Watch it. Get your popcorn. It's like, I think 7 episodes or something like that. Get your popcorn. It's about the city of Baltimore. Again, I'm always talking about this stuff. Why is it always they're doing a negative stuff?
I actually watched that movie.
So yeah, it was a good show.
It was good.
I'm gonna go watch it again.
It was good.
In case I missed something.
Now, this is actually kind of hilarious, but I'm bringing this up just because I'm a wrestling fan. I don't know about you, yourself, or not, but
we'll talk about it, brother.
So, Vince McMahon retires from the WWE.
You didn't even do it right. You gotta. Breaking news: Vince McMahon retires from the WWE.
Now, this comes on controversy and scrutiny at the same time. He's being investigated as far as paying off certain individuals that he allegedly, I have to use that word, allegedly.
Oh, he ain't allegedly. He was doing some niceness with the nicest.
And so he got caught.
And kissing female wrestlers without them wanting to be kissed.
I can't with you.
No, that's out there too. So here's the thing I want to know. Let's go back a couple months ago. Remember, it was Snoop's niece and somebody else that walked out.
Oh, Sasha Banks and Naomi? Yeah.
Now I'm wondering, how does that tie into Vince? Because you got to think about these sequence of events. They walked out of Raw, right? Stephanie McMahon resigned. Vince goes silent. Triple H leaves because he's not healthy. He needs time away because of his health. What is it? Not even 4 months later, Vince retires. Stephanie's back. Triple H is back.
Not only is Stephanie back, but now co-CEO with Nick Khan, I think his name.
Yeah.
Is. And now Triple H is the head of creative talent.
I can spin that in so many ways. The head getter of creative talent.
Stop it.
Like Vince, I ain't gonna lie. Vince, that was one ugly dude. Even my wife says, he looks older than what he is because he's been doing his wife dirty.
$1 million a year, huh? $1 million a year, you basically trick.
Because I think right now, and they just came out with another $15.7 million or something ridiculous and payouts that the WWE has made because of Vince McMahon. Now we know why his wife could not win an election in the state of Connecticut.
Yeah.
Now we know. All this stuff is coming out. What say y'all about that? Now, do I think the WWE is going to suffer? No, because they've got people. Although I don't watch it as much as I used to. I did watch WrestleMania. Yeah, I did watch WrestleMania, and I watched SummerSlam. I watched a couple of the big events. I don't know most of the new wrestlers. Most of the guys that I know, of course, there's still a few left, not many.
I don't know if we got a lot of wrestling fans on there that subscribe to us or not, but yeah.
So just to think about that, that's it sucks, man. That the WWE needs to have a Me Too movement, I guess, or something.
Wow.
Or they should have let their people, which is strange that none of those women went to the meeting. Maybe they did. We just don't know. We don't even know who half the women that were involved in this.
Yeah, that's something that they have not released as the name. So we don't necessarily know. But yeah, do you think he's still going to get a pension? Of course.
Who?
Vince.
Vince? Yeah, but remember, he's got his stocks and everything. And he's got,
But
WWE, he's got, don't forget, that's just WWE. No, he resigned for the entertainment corporation, but he's already got money in the bank.
Yeah.
He's already got money in the bank. And the reason why Linda's not leaving, because from what I understand, they did have a prenup.
And she's going to walk away from all that money.
She ain't going to do that.
Anywho, just want to touch on that. Anyway, something kind of serious I want to talk to y'all about real quick. And our comments are open, as you can see, so I want to get your answer to the question that I'm going to pose. Are we in a recession, or are we on our way to heading into a recession? For those that don't know, the Feds just did another interest rate hike just a few hours ago. So they did it by 0.75%. So yeah, do you think that's going to put us in a recession? Or do you think that we're already in one?
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah.
What I think, we're in a whole lot of crap. They're going to keep hiking this interest rate till somebody says enough is enough.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Biden, you're not showing me the balls and the cojones that I thought that you had. Do you know there's a petition that's out right now that people are signing that don't want him to run again?
But do you know who started that petition?
Who?
His main backers. So that doesn't look good.
So we have a couple of comments. One says, on our way to hell. Another one, we're already there. You keep them coming in. We are getting your comments. Just want to.
You know what just popped in my head?
What's that?
Highway to hell. As soon as I saw that comment, I was like, what is my problem today? You done took me to church, now you're putting me in hell. What is wrong with y'all? Really? You took me to church, and now you put me in hell. Make up your mind. Where do you want me to be, folks? Can't I just be here, right here? In the middle of the decession, because it's not a recession, and it's not a
depression either.
It's a decession. We're teetering.
Which way do you think we're going to go? Because we're not going the right way.
Well, we've never gone the right way for the past. Jesus.
Yeah, that long, huh? That long.
Carry the 4, subtract 2, divide by 6.
This is getting out of hand. I need somebody in Congress that has enough balls, because until
no, here's what we need to do. We need, when we vote, stop voting for these lifers. Vote for new blood. Vote for the ones that have no political affiliation. That's when we'll get change.
And this is the right year to do that. Right now, Arizona has the primary coming up on Tuesday. So those that are in Arizona, make sure you go.
I should put my voting sticker. I do mine by mail.
You did it by mail? Okay. Well, those that have not voted for the primary, come Tuesday, you could vote for the primary. And then again, in November is the general, right? Yeah. So make sure that you get your votes in. Make sure that your voice is heard, because truly, in some cases, that's the only way that it's gonna make an effect. And I'd rather see it get better before it gets worse. It's on its way to getting worse.
Well, I think it's going to get worse. It has to. The reason why it has to, because it'll shut a lot of people up. But also, pastors now, don't be wearing them Gucci suits. Wear your rings, wear your crosses, as long as you're doing right by God. You go and wear that stuff. But don't be wearing that Gucci shoes. In the Gucci shoots, if you ain't putting the people in Gucci seats. I'm just saying. I
want a Gucci seat.
I'm just saying. If you're not taking care of God's flock, they ain't gonna take care of you.
And that was a prime example of what happened, Bishop Whitehead. Do we even still have to call him Bishop?
He's not my bishop, but properly, yes, being of the church, if you want to be respectful, you're supposed to call him a bishop. I have my own thoughts on that.
I want to hear your thoughts. Let's.
My thought is we're in a decession. You're not gonna get me to talk about this, man.
Yes, you are.
I've already said enough.
But he did wrong though. Like that doesn't get a pass, man. There's no way you can make me believe that a bishop should be walking around with over $500,000 in jewelry.
Here's the thing. Like I just particularly said, if he's taking care of the flock, I don't care what he's wearing. I'm under the impression he ain't taking care of them. Because them boys walked up in there and took their time. I think they even took off for him.
Oh man. So folks, comments are open. Right now it's Fan Day Wednesday. So we're taking in your comments, anything that you guys want to hear us to debate or talk about that we haven't touched on, events that's happened throughout the week, any birthdays that's going on. We want to do birthday shouts out, anything. Oh, it is Leo season. Yeah.
I don't know by that. What is it called?
Horoscope?
Yeah, horror scope.
Astrology or whatever they call that crap.
Astronomical signs.
Astronomical signs.
Astronomical signs. I don't believe in that crap. I believe the children are the future, though.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well, let them lead the
Oh, hell no,
way.
they ain't lead me nowhere. I'll lead myself. Wait a minute, I didn't say all that. I just said in the future. Have you seen some of these kids in the direction? Talking about going to hell.
That's why I don't sing folk, I rap.
Oh my gosh. And next up, you know what, folks? We got some interesting news. So we don't usually cover this sport because, one, I'm not well versed in it too much. I understand how it works. I'm covering this sport right now. This sport.
Okay.
You'll see which one and why. But I do want to touch this. So
You
those
want
of you
to touch it?
golf. Okay, Omarion. Golf.
I couldn't help myself.
So if y'all didn't know, I mean, most of us don't like golf anyway, but I'm going to talk about this. There's a new golf league started back by a Saudi Arabian prince and with Greg Norman, I think. Is it Greg Norman? Or Arnold Palmer?
Arnold Palmer. I think I know what you're talking about.
Called Live, better known as 54. And they're overtaking people from the PGA because they're paying out. They're paying the people. I mean, they're taking down. They have their first tournament coming up. Reason why I wanted to touch on this, I think Live would be of higher quality had they gotten Tiger Woods on board. I really do. Tiger Woods is never going to the PGA because even during Tiger Woods' roughest time, the PGA always had his back. They slapped him on the hands, but they were the ones that stayed in his corner. And that's all I want to say about that. Sort of. But I tell you what, you tell me somebody's going to invest $450 million in a sport, I'm all for it.
But do you think Tiger can? Do you think he still can play
at
a high level?
I guess you just missed it. What just happened last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago? He went into tears. Like that was the last time he was playing. He waved to everybody like that was it. This is it.
Okay.
I don't think his back is so bad. I don't think he can do it anymore.
Okay.
I think he's done. He's probably, and I will say, and I'll say this, he's more or less the modern person who got people more interested in golf than any other golfer at any other point in time. More people started playing golf and modeling themselves after him than any other time. He's pretty much, I'll say, the Jerry West of golf.
So that leads me to this question then. If Liv was to hire him, what would he do? Be a coach?
No, he would be, when I said hire him, I said it in the front office. I didn't say as a coach.
Okay.
Putting him in the front office.
Okay.
Because having him be the face.
The face of the company.
Because think about that. Think of how, like I just said, he inspired so many women of color, people of color to say, hey, you know what? I don't know anything about this sport. I'm going to play it.
But if that's the case, then do you agree with changing the NBA logo to Kobe?
Where did that come from?
Yeah, right after Kobe died, they were talking about changing Jerry West logo into Kobe.
Well, if you actually, what's funny about that, what people forget, back after Kareem retired, they were considering changing it to Kareem.
Okay.
Which the skyhook, I mean, think about it. That's a trademark.
Yeah.
Kobe's dunk. I mean,
Well, folks, we didn't want to jump into sports like that, but we ended up doing that. But we'll be right back. Just stay tuned.
Hey, you. Me? Yes, you. What up? Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Hell yeah! GLM Designs can help you with just that. Word? From laptop skins? You lying! Promotional flyers? Yo, son! Promo videos? I need that! OBS Twitch overlays and backgrounds. Hey, yo, let me get that! Professional one-sheets and so much more. Oh my god. Please visit our website, I'm on it right now! GottaLoveMeWorld.com today to check out our designs. Got it! Follow us on social media at Gotta Love Me World. Follow it! GLM Designs are here to take care of all your graphic needs.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Brand new week, so you already know it's a brand new episode of PD&J What's Good Today. I'm your host, Jay.
I'm your host with the least but the most. But don't go ghost.
Just lead me to that.
Did you do it?
The rap.
That wasn't even a rap, man.
Oh.
This is my spoken word. That's right, y'all. We love having fun here. So we get serious, but we like to have fun. You know, coming back into sports, we're talking about, you know, the logo, NBA logo. Do I agree with changing to Kobe? And people always want to put a comparison of LeBron,
Let's not even get into that.
Kobe, and Jordan, and who, you know, who means the most to the NBA. So here's my say in that. Jordan is the ultimate competitor. There'll never be another great one like him. Never. I don't care who you are. Never. He never wanted to lose. Kobe, he's a pioneer for sports in general. Women's sports, men's sports, everybody's sport. What do I think? Yeah, maybe it is time for a logo update. Yeah. But, I mean, you could put so many different people in that conversation. Why have one logo? Why not change it quarterly?
I don't see that happening.
Me either.
I
mean, everybody's getting all these doggone City Connect uniforms. Why not just make a City Connect logo? I don't know.
Yeah, that is, maybe. Anywho, so update on our Brittany Griner news.
Well, in case y'all didn't know, it came out today that she said she didn't know her rights. Not knowing how foreign countries work, but I don't think they work like ours, where you have to know your rights and stuff like that. And then she was talking about how it was prescribed for as medication, and I mean, it's so much going on with that. But here's also what happened: the U.S. finally made an offer
to trade an assassin, a Russian assassin, for two
gun dealer, gun dealer. Yeah.
Okay. For two Americans, one being Brittany Griner and the other one being Henry. Forget his last name.
Well, they kind of want to keep his name out of it, but I don't see why we should. He has been there way longer than Brittany Griner, and there's been no effort to bring him home. He's been there since 2019.
I thought it was 2018.
No, it was 2019.
Okay.
It was 2019. And he's been held captive against his will because they said he was a spy, and there's been no proof of him being a spy. So what do I think? I mean, we've made the offer. We'll see what happens.
Do you think it's going to actually happen, though? Do you think that trade is going to actually happen?
Here's the thing. If Russia doesn't make this trade, and this is what they wanted to begin with, remember, it's been out there publicly. This is what they wanted because their correspondents, their representatives in the United States has been asking for this. Now we're giving it to them. Basically said, here, you want this, we're going to give it to you, but you know what we want. So we'll see. Do I think it's too little too late? Not really. But if they turn it down, we could see a political war. Okay, maybe not, because Sleepy Joe's not that hard.
No, I think it probably could lead to that.
But he's
I think it could lead to that. And here's the thing: if they don't let her go, I think she's going to be doing 5 to 10.
no, if they don't let her go, she's doing like 20 to 30. They're not gonna.
I don't think she's going to be doing that much time because
Trust me, knows it.
the max time is 10 years on marijuana, unless they are going to throw more charges on her.
They already have. Not just the marijuana. Illegal possession. That's a separate charge.
How many charges does she have?
I think 3 or 4. So either way, that's why I said they're going to try and get her for 20 or 30. But the whole thing is, if they do that, they're already hurting because of this war, because of the sanctions on them from this war. Do they really want to go down that road and get even more sanctions? Where then, from what I understand, they're pretty much banned from the Olympics.
I don't think they care anymore.
Well, I think they do care. Maybe what you want to say is Putin doesn't care. His people care because their pockets are light. They're not getting coded anymore with the oligarch money. The oligarchs have no money anymore. They've been shut down worldwide. Some of them being detained. Call it what you want. But that'll be the first thing to happen. Now this war, from what I understand, it's turning into Vietnam. Like they're losing. That's right. You heard. Y'all I'm not going to go to history. I'm not going to do that. The one war we lost, nobody will ever admit.
Now, speaking of the Ukraine war, damn this war, because it's putting something has to give. Something has to give. Enough is enough.
You know what's funny? Wars go on for
Decades.
10 years.
Yeah.
People don't understand. Just because you don't hear about something doesn't mean it's not happening. You know, the Desert Shield, Desert Storm, was still going on for years, even after we were told it was over. Meaning the media told it was over. No, it was still going on. The war on terror.
Still going on.
Well, not really anymore. I'm not going to go there with that. I'm not going there with that. I know what? Screw it, I am. The war on terror. We're terrorizing ourselves.
I can agree with that. The war on terror is in our own homeland right now.
We're terrorizing each other.
Stop the gun violence, people. Please stop.
Gun violence, running people over, stabbing people. You know what I thought about? And people said, legalizing weed was a great idea. Was it really? Because now, guess what? Those same people that were selling weed on the corners are now selling fentanyl at alarming rates, killing specifically our young people. Specifically. That's why I keep throwing that our children are our future. I keep saying that every week. Every week I say that. I may say it, facetiously, as like it may seem like a joke, but I mean it when I say it. Our children are our future, and they're dying. Listen to it. Look at the signs. Stop. Get off with the ghost blinders. Stop trying to just be authoritative parent and be a parent. What does that mean? What does it mean to parent your child? Anybody, comment for anybody. What does it mean to parent your child? What does it mean to you? I'm not saying it's wrong how you parent your child. But if you are doing a lot of these, meaning not hitting them, but reprimanding them quite a bit, take a step back. Look at the situation. What's going on? What is your child trying to tell you? Because they're telling you something without telling you something. A few weeks ago, we didn't have a show, but I want to bring this up. My nephew ran away from home. His mother was sick, worried like crazy. He's home now, from what I understand. So, but to go through that as a parent, sometimes you got to sit there and sit back and understand. Got to sit back and understand how can I be a better parent? How can I do things better? I know there was this guy on TikTok that I follow. And I don't agree with some of the stuff he does as far as with his parenting technique, but I understand being different because you have to this day and age. Kids have so much access to different things, different vice grips, and not all of them are good. You know, it used to be only have to worry about the gang on the corner and things like that. Now you just got to worry about the gang in your house, the terrorists in your house, the terrorists you may be raising in your house because you're not listening. Here's something alarming. 2019, it was a study. Between 1.6 million and 2.8 million, is it? Runaway youth. Phoenix, you can go probably down not even 3 miles and see a homeless child. I say child, I'm talking up to 22, 23, 25 years old. I'm still calling him a child. I guess I'm getting I'm getting that age. I'm going to start calling everybody a child. You need to be there for you. You know, as a parent, if you're not there for yourself, be there for your child. That's all I'm going to say about that. If you can't be there for yourself, at least be there for your child. Be the parent you wanted your parent to be.
Passionate we are.
I'm tired of seeing these kids drop, man. Cedar Chavez Park, another teenager, fentanyl overdose. That's around the corner from my house. A couple months ago, McDonald's, 16-year-old, killed by his coworker over who knows what.
More than likely a female, because 9 times out of 10, that's the only time that when brothers get the treatment is when the female's involved. 9 times out of 10.
Be there for your kids. Thank you, Gwen. 21, yeah, 21. What she said here, you can't smoke or drink. Well, you can smoke when you turn 18. You can drink when you turn 21.
Not anymore. You can't buy tobacco unless you're 21.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
See, I don't smoke, so I fucked find it.
You can't even buy tobacco until you're 21 now, but you can buy an assault rifle at 18.
Remember, we talk about that so much. We talk about it too much. You know what's funny? I was playing I play Call of Duty on my phone. Usually when we're in the studio, before we even start, I'm on my phone playing Call of Duty. And one day I decided I'm just going to use a pistol, a 1911 pistol. They have an automatic trigger for the pistol. Kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
My brain is exhausted with the assault rifle. I feel like, one, like I said, get these long-term politicians out. If you like, why am I jumping back? Because that's where it starts. Get these people that are passionate about change, that have no political affiliation with anyone. They may be a Republican, they may be a Democrat, but what I'm saying, they're not lifelong politicians. I'm going to use Governor from Florida. He's already put in, I think, for his campaign, a few $1 million that he's pocketed. First time ever any politician has done that. He's like, I'm ready. Do I think he's going to get reelected? Honestly, I don't know. I just hope people don't go for the okie doke. I know here in Arizona, we ain't fall for the doozy doke.
No, Deucey, you're on your way out, buddy. At least that's just my personal recommendation. Anywho, folks, like I said, our comments are open right now. Any thoughts, concerns, any topics you guys want to talk about, let us know. We'll get right to it.
But I'm going to lighten the mood real quick. 2 things in boxing. Y'all know I love my boxing. Y'all know that. 2 things I wanted to highlight. First, Shakur Stevenson, named after none other than
Tupac,
has stated at his weight class, which is 130-pound unified champ, he said he's got a couple more fights. Well, his exact words, I'm going to beat up Conceição, his next fight. I'm going to fight one more person at 130, then I'm going up to 135. Why is that a big shock?
He gonna knock motherfuckers out.
But no, you know why that's a big shot? Because his homeboy, his best friend is at 135, Devin Haney, who changed the boxing world by saying, I'm going to take a pay cut, come to your world, come to your city, come to your country, and beat the hell out of you. Take the belts. Oh, and then I'm going to come back in October, because that's when it's supposed to be, beat you again. And then they're supposed to line him up against Lomachenko, which I love to see that. That's a chess match. That's a high-stakes chess match.
I got off the Lomachenko bandwagon because he just keeps. Is it me or is he dodging the specific fight right now?
He's not dodging anything. He's in the war right now. The thing he's dodging is bullets.
Mm.
And finally, there was a correction made by Al Heyman about the Lomachenko situation, where everyone thought he was what Jay's speaking to, because it's been rumored. It was never confirmed by anybody that he was ducking Devin Haney because he gave up the title, became franchise champion because he thought that was an elevation of titles. No, that's called the Canelo duck job. He found that out afterwards, realized the mistake. So now what he say is, I want to fight for all the titles. I don't care who it is. And I believe him. He's an all-comers guy. If you can't bring nothing to the table, he ain't coming to you. That's how Teofimo Lopez got to him. He realized, I need to get a belt to get in the ring with this dude. So let me go get a belt, make him come get me, and that's what happens. I don't mind doing that. That's how you get legacy. Just sitting there fighting anybody, they ain't doing nothing for you because you could end up losing to somebody you shouldn't.
Yeah, true.
So your legacy is fighting the champions, fighting the people that are on point with it. So him saying that's huge for boxing. The other thing, Keith one-time Thurman is in the news. Yes, the guy Pacquiao beat. Yeah. Reason why? Because he's trying to hunt down. If he's saying that if Spence and help me out, Crawford can't get done, he wants to put his name in the hat to go against Spence. Well, I love YouTube because you can go back and see. He wouldn't give Spence or Crawford the time of day. But now you don't have a belt. So you're breaking your old metal cup against the wall. Nobody wants to give me a shot because you didn't give people a shot when you should have. You ducked. You played the duck game. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because Errol Spence said, I'm going to tell you like I told y'all before. I ain't never getting in the ring with you. And he put it out on Twitter. And that's the second time. So I think Thurman ain't getting no shot. But you know what he better do? Get in the ring with Boots. Get in the ring with Virgil Ortiz. Let's see what you really got. Because you just beat the guy that lost to Tank, Mario Barrios. Which, I mean, honestly, really? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I just brought up Tank, so I guess I got to go down that road too.
Yep.
So staying at Ryan Garcia had a fight, I believe, last week.
2 weeks ago.
Or was it? It was 2 weeks ago? Yeah, you're right.
It was 2 weeks ago because
2 weeks
last
ago.
week it was yeah.
He wow. It was a great fight. Very one-sided for Garcia. It was the perfect person for him to fight. Somebody that doesn't move. Prepping him for Tank, right? Because Tank doesn't move. So Tank, there's been back and forth with that. Ryan now says he wants to fight Tank. Ryan Garcia. I'm not calling him by his nickname because he hasn't deserved that. It almost reminds me when LeBron came into the NBA anointed as a king. But you don't even have a title yet. You call yourself a king. King LeBron, King James. So he calls himself Rye. With no belts. And he says belts don't matter. Coming from somebody who doesn't have one. Has never had one his whole career. Belts don't matter. I'm sorry, but I believe they do matter. That's how you get a legacy. Canelo. Ask for Jones. Mike Tyson. Muhammad Ali. Do I need to keep going?
Nope.
Okay. We got the point? Kambosos. Well, it was a short-lived reign. Haney. Shakur Stevenson. All right, I'm done. I'm done naming boxers. So for somebody that has no belts to talk about Belts don't matter. Okay, dude. That's why when you get in the ring with Tank, who is an assassin, he's gonna pick you apart. I don't care how fast your punch is. And come to find out that Devin Haney has come out and said both of them. He's fought both of them in the ring. He said they're both fast as hell. Just y'all don't see that because it never gets to that point. You never really have to see it. But you know who might have a different feeling about that? Everybody get your roll on. Rolly. How fast is Tank?
We're not gonna go there. Well, folks, know you see the ticker at the bottom there. If you do like the content that you guys are watching, that you guys are hearing, we get you through the week, week in, week out. Definitely support us. We support you. Donate to us. Cash App handles right there at the bottom. Also, any small businesses that are want to promote and advertise and market, get a hold of us at PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com, and we will definitely get back to you in regards to how we can help you boost your marketing and advertising for your business.
He said it right. Said it square. You know, we always talk about how can you help small business. Here's a platform for you.
It's a help us, help you type situation. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Help me, help us. Okay.
To help them. To help
There you
everybody.
go.
Because we are the world.
Go find it, homie. On that note, folks, it's been another great episode, another great week. Pox, any last minute?
Usually it's one word, but I'm going back to it. Actually, no, it is one word. Parenting. That's all I'm going to say. Parenting. Define what it means for yourself. Live by it. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.
Till next week.